are just about out of time, but we got to check in with what's going on in the FFFL.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your Week 8 FFFL update. We saw one of the craziest weeks of trading on record as GM Juxtaposition put his team's phone bill through the roof. He swung an almost unspeakable 8 trades this week and swapped out his entire roster.
Wait a minute.
Rather than go through each and every move made, here's the summary. The Verminion Lords, sponsored by Anaskuros Cockring Emporium, acquired Godbird off waivers via a trade with Beambo USA. Beambo gets Shantoto in exchange. The Verminion Lords, sponsored by Kooky Antivirus and Firewall Protection, acquired Hildebrand off waivers via a trade with Titans Banana Hammocks. The Verminion Lords, brought to you by Google Chrome, acquired Iroha off waivers via a trade with the Chicobos. The Verminion Lords, sponsored by Jack Link's Chocobo Jerky, acquired Mog off waivers via a trade with the Melusin Marauders. The Marauders get Imeric in exchange. The Verminion Lords, sponsored by Zelfatol brand pain reliever, acquired Hovernyan off waivers via a trade with the Red Wings.
Wait, what?
Thanks for that, buddy.
It should be noted that Titans Banana Hammock, the Chicobos, and the Red Wings all remain unchanged, leading many sources to question the catalyst behind these moves.
Wait, what? I don't remember. I don't remember making a trade. What is this shit?
I asked you about it a couple of days or on Monday, and you're like, "Yeah, I don't care. Just do whatever the hell you want." I'm like,
your team hasn't changed.
Yeah, you're
your
fine.
team's still the same as it was. You just happened to make 2 trades.
Oh, okay then.
And for a
You
brief
traded, then traded back.
And for a brief moment, Yokai was on your team.
Specifically, he wanted to make sure it
Dirty
was
son of a
Hovernyan.
bitch.
Hold on. Now, all of this sounds like some backdoor dealing here.
I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of these trades were
Management
made-
takes no responsibility.
Do you want to share what you offered these teams to give up their waiver order spot?
Sure, I offered favors to everybody.
What favors, though?
Yeah, where's my favor? I don't remember a favor.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't get
I
it once
think
you
we
don't
should
care
get one
about
too.
anything. So you're clearly done. But I offered GM Nika and GM Papa favors.
What favors?
Yeah, what kind of favors?
I don't know. They
None of
haven't
your business.
they haven't cashed in yet. So.
Like party favors?
All right. You know what? I think we need to talk to the commissioner
They're
here.
sexual.
Yeah, yes.
This seems very unethical.
Well, here's the way I looked at it.
Questionable at best.
As a player also in the league, it would be a conflict of interest if I were to veto a trade based on fairness. That's a conflict of interest because I play. It is my job to facilitate those. And if you look only as far as Major League Baseball, all the time players are traded for a player to be named later, or even less unscrutable, cash considerations. So it's not like sports are above this.
And speaking
So
of,
I let
And
it go.
technically, the trades were not actually illegal. Like, we traded.
they were very
Then we
legal
picked
trades.
someone up off the waiver wire, then we traded back. That's how.
And
there's
besides,
nothing illegal.
That just makes me a good businessman.
Depending on what they get for it.
and plus, like I believe we've been doing like in-game or in FFL trades for like we've been offering like money,
A trade,
deal.
like a trade here, that's fine. But you literally were like, all right, Nero, I'm going to take this guy from you. You pick up that guy. Now I'm going to trade him back to you so I can have the guy that I wanted. How many people did you get off the waiver wire?
5.
Yeah,
Five people off the waiver wire.
It should be noted, he got 5 people off the waiver wire without making his waiver wire
So he
pick.
still moves up the waiver wire.
He sure did.
God.
See, I think Jux has just figured out the system, and y'all
Okay.
need to catch up.
I think that next season we need to appoint someone who is not within the league as the commissioner to rule on stuff like this.
I think that's fair.
All
But
right.
I just didn't think it was right for me to.
Okay.
All right.
Who can we appoint? I nominate myself.
That is a.
You're in
first
the
of all,
league.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Second of all, we're gonna figure that out
This
sometime
season,
later.
it should be kooky.
All right.
Now I have some words for Kooky, so it can't be her because she's gonna be upset with me.
Long last, let's move on to the match results for the week. In our upset of the week, the Balam T-Rexars pulled out the win against the Edelweiss Avengers. The Eastern Division is now in a tight race for second place, with the T-Rexars back even at 4-4. The Edelweiss Avengers fall to 6-2.
6-2.
Okay, so I'd like to make a thing here. I'd like to make a statement, okay? So a friend of mine went through some really bad stuff the other day, right? So normally I'm streaming at this time to push some final votes, right? I had
unquote
left
pushing.
This sounds
word-
like a bunch of excuses.
I had left
backdoor
word
dealings.
52% to 48% in the Avengers' favor. And I was going to give out 3 pets on the stream because of it, right?
Bribery? What?
No, I had already
talking
won.
about unethical.
Yeah.
I had already won. This was just like, this is celebratory stuff.
Okay.
So anyway, Kooky.
But you did win.
Kooky was kind enough to stream for me, so that way we could still do the contest and stuff like that. And about a half an hour, I think, after the polls closed, just something struck me out of curiosity. I'm just like, well, I wonder what the final count was. And I pop it open, 51-49. Kooky, you failed me.
And you know what makes it all the sweeter? As I was later informed.
I'm not done. I'm not done. Kooky, I am so disappointed in you. I am unfortunately going to have to fire you as my assistant general manager.
Whoa.
Because you know what? That's some Skuro level shit right there.
She plays for another team.
That is some Skuro level shit. You are no better than Cockring in my eyes right now,
Oh my gosh.
Kooky.
Here's what makes it the best is that I was told later that last minute swing was all due to Surin campaigning for me.
Soren, why? I've never done anything against you.
It's so good. It's
Senpai.
so good.
Senpai.
Anyway, it was a tough week for the Red Wings, but then aren't they all? They take another loss, falling to 0-8 against the Chicobos, who rebounded after their loss last week and now sit at 7-1. The
Eight's a high number.
It is a high number.
I'm satisfied
And
with that.
And you've got them all in losses. It's great.
I know. Well, you need them in one category or the
Sure.
other.
I get.
The beat goes on for the now 0-8 Beambo USA as they were defeated soundly by the Verminion Lords, sponsored by Writer's Block. They now get back to 500, sitting at 4-4. The Melosin Marauders defeated Titans Banana Hammock this week. While they may be 4-4 on the season, their fan base prefers to see them as 2-0 since acquiring Kooky. With the loss, Titans Banana Hammock falls to 5-3. And lastly, the Juggernaut continues to roll as the Super Senpai Megaforce now sits at 8-0 with their win over El Negro Grande, who falls to 2-6. Our waiver wire this week will be Raw Devil, Freya, Ishtola, Gilgamesh, Onion Knight, Titus, Zach, Skuro, Snow, and Lena.
Wow, there's a lot of familiar faces up there.
I'll say there is. Maybe your whole team.
I'm not seeing anyone in there that I would want to pick up.
Not even Raw Devil?
And the waiver order has finally been mixed up. It is now sitting at Gordor, Surin, Juxta, Callow, Escalia, Papa Woody, Mad Hatter, Aniro, Nika, and Malkithera. And lastly, our matchups for this week will be the Red Wings traveling to the Melosin Marauders for a match in the Wolves' Den. The Chicobos hit the road to take on the Balam T-Rexars in the training center. Beambo USA heads down to the Naval to try and get their first win of the season against Titans Banana Hammock. The Verminion Lords look to keep things rolling as they head to the Midgar slums to take on El Negro Grande. And lastly, the Super Senpai Megaforce will play host to the Edelweiss Avengers. Of course,
That's it. Vengeance.
Of course, the last time these teams met, it led to one of our major controversies of the season. So what excitement lies in store this time? Remember to check out LimitBreakRadio.com this Tuesday night for your weekly update in the FFFL.
That's right, and make sure that you're voting for who you want to see come out on top of the FFFL matchups. If you want reminders of the matchups and know where to vote, head on over to LimitBreakRadio.com on Tuesdays to check that out.